Have you ever wondered if the most famous paintings in history, like Mona Lisa, the girl with a pearl earring, or La Bella, were real people? What would they look like? How would they move? In today's video, we will transform the cold, silent paintings from the world's museums into living, breathing human beings, recreated in stunning, lifelike detail. Every glance, every breath, every subtle expression will be reborn, like souls stepping out from the past into life once more. Mona Lisa, Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci painted Mona Lisa, the most mysterious smile in the history of art. If she were real, her calm gaze would carry the weight of centuries of secrets. Some believe her smile hides both love and sorrow, a quiet story of genius and loss. She would be the woman who knows more than she will ever say. Simonetta Vespucci, Sandro Botticelli. Botticelli immortalized Simonetta Vespucci, the celebrated beauty of Florence. If she were real, she'd be a vision of fragile light, a muse who never ages. Legends say she died young, but her beauty haunted Botticelli until his last breath. Even in death, she remains his eternal Venus. Girl with a pearl earring, Johannes Vermeer. Vermeer captured a nameless girl turning toward the light, her pearl glowing like a secret moon. If she were real, her voice would be soft, her words few but unforgettable. Some say she was his maid, others his forbidden muse. She would walk past you once, and you'd remember her forever. Nanette Kaulla, Joseph Karl Stieler. Joseph Karl Stieler portrayed Nanette Kaulla, one of Munich's legendary beauties. If she were real, she'd walk into a ballroom and silence the crowd without a word. Her intelligence shone brighter than her jewels, her confidence like quiet fire. Men admired her, but none could claim to truly know her. Antoine, Grand Bâtard of Burgundy. Rogier van der Weyden. Van der Weyden painted Antoine, the noble bastard of Burgundy, proud and solemn. If he were real, he'd ride through history with grace and danger in equal measure. Rumor had it his loyalty was worth kingdoms or could destroy them. A man born in shadow, yet destined for legend. Philip the Handsome, the master of the legend of Mary Magdalene. An unknown master painted Philip the Handsome with elegance and melancholy. If he were real, his beauty would be both gift and curse, the face that conquered hearts and empires. History remembers him as the prince too beautiful to trust. Even his smile seemed crafted to hide ambition. La Bella, Titian. Titian's La Bella is the portrait of elegance itself, a woman draped in blue and gold. If she were real, her beauty would feel almost royal, yet undeniably human. Some whisper she was Titian's secret lover, captured in eternal devotion. Every curve, every glance, painted as if he loved her in silence. Portrait of a young woman, Raphael and Giulio Romano. Raphael and Giulio Romano painted a woman of golden silk and gentle light. If she were real, her presence would calm even the stormiest soul. Rumor says she was a lady of high birth, admired yet hidden away. Her eyes hold both intelligence and quiet longing, like someone who knows too much. Portrait of Baldassare Castiglione, Raphael. Raphael captured the scholar Baldassare with thought behind every glance. If he were real, his voice would carry the weight of wisdom and wit. He was said to be the man who defined what it meant to be a gentleman. One look, and you'd feel his intellect more than his words. Portrait of a young woman, Frans Hals. Frans Hals painted an unknown woman with a modest smile and honest light. If she were real, she'd be the kind of woman who makes a house feel like home. She carried her grace not in gold, but in kindness and simplicity. The beauty of everyday life captured in one quiet glance. Portrait of a young woman known as La Bella, Palma Vecchio. Palma Vecchio's La Bella glows with Venetian warmth, red fabric, golden curls, serene confidence. If she were real, she'd be both muse and mystery, soft but impossible to ignore. Some say she was a courtesan beloved by poets and princes alike. Every inch of her radiates a beauty that knows its power. Portrait of Pierre Cerisiat, Jacques-Louis David. David painted Pierre Cerisiat with the refinement of a Parisian idealist. If he were real, he'd be the gentleman who speaks little but observes everything. Behind his calm smile lies the intellect of the revolution. He'd shake your hand and you'd know you'd just met history. Portrait of Georgiana, Duchess of Devonshire, Thomas Gainsborough. Gainsborough painted Georgiana, the Duchess who was both adored and tragic. If she were real, her beauty would light up the grandest ballroom in London. But behind her laughter hid debts, scandal, and a poet's heart. She lived like a flame, brilliant, fragile, unforgettable. Lady with an Ermine, Leonardo da Vinci. Da Vinci painted a young woman cradling an ermine, pure and poised. If she were real, she'd be the woman every court whispered about. Her name was Cecilia Gallerani, the lover of a duke, the secret muse of genius. Her calm smile hides a mind as sharp as Leonardo's own. Portrait of a young man, Sandro Botticelli. Botticelli painted a youth whose eyes seemed to look beyond time itself. If he were real, he'd be a dreamer lost between art and reality. Some say it was a self-portrait, others believe it was the face of his lost muse. Either way, his gaze still searches for something the world forgot.